Well, you'll hear some questions out there I probably ought to answer before people ask, but um, why don't I split it by hand? Well, my back's shot, so that's why I don't split it by hand. I actually enjoy splitting it by hand, or I used to. So I really needed a wood splitter. And why do I really need a wood splitter? Well, I heat my house with wood, and in the summer I cook with wood and I make hot water with wood. I don't have an electric hot water heater. I solely use wood. While isn't that a lot of work for the wood? Well, some people will call going to a job every day work, and I call this work. You go to job, you make money, and then you buy a power source to be able to heat that electric hot water heater. And I'd much rather do this myself and split wood like this. I don't have to go work for anybody else but for me. But the other side of that is if I don't work, I don't get hot water, and I don't get to eat, and my house is cold in the wintertime. So I get a lot of satisfaction out of supplying my own power, my own hot water, my own everything as best I can. So why do I use wood? Why don't I just go buy coal, or why don't you can buy wood? Why don't I buy wood? Well, wood here is about 24,000 pesos per square meter, which is about about $50 in that range. Maybe as much as $64 depending on where you're buying it, and it's usually either pine or it's eucalyptus. They grow a lot of eucalyptus here, which burns really hot and really clean. It's good, but it's not always cured, which means it's green and it's sappy and doesn't light and doesn't burn as well. So the other good reason is if you look around me, I got a lot of trees. I got too many trees. I got problems with trees. The other day I was standing here and a tree fell down in the woods that was this big around. I didn't cut it down, I swear. Any of those trees, I didn't cut the poor little tree down. It fell on its own. But I do cut trees down, and they need to come down because there's, needs to make room for life. So anyhow, and so I have a lifetime of trees to cut here, and I got a lifetime of work as well. So why not work for myself? So, hey, there you have it. I got a cool wood splitter. I really like it. I had a friend of mine build it, a good guy. And as you see, the splitter splits that way and it splits this way. It works really great when my little helper's out here with me, which he's making pizzas right now with Mommy. But if you notice, I put boxes under here in this tarp. There's so many wood chips that fall down in there, and I was just having to rake those up or whatever, or clean up the yard or leave them there or whatever. But that really is great kindling for starting the wood, the wood fire, the wood stove. So I preserve those now, and they dry out really nice. Also, one other thing is interesting that most people are wondering, why is he splitting that little tiny log only that big around? If you split a piece of wood, it dries a lot faster. That bark on the tree acts like the shell on an egg, kind of, and it just holds all that water in there, the green sap in the wood. And it's been raining here right now. It's fall here right now, not summer. It's the end of summer. So we've had some rain for the past 4 days, probably 3 or 4 days at least. Because of that, I want the wood to dry. So the wood's been rained on, but it's also green. These logs were cut up about 2 months ago when I was doing the septic tank here, and I dragged the logs here. So I've got a lot more behind the camera you can't see to do here. And then later today, if I still have the energy, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to do a wood pile that's out in my pig pasture that's been there almost a year, and I want to clean that up. That's dry wood. So I'm putting the green wood in the back of the barn to dry first. It's got to dry the longest, and the dry wood's going to be to the front of the barn, and I'll use that up. And then I just got more and more wood to go. Bunches of trees over there that are falling over and really are not worthy of keeping. They're trash trees. They're not really beautiful trees or anything. And so that's what I make of it here in Chile. I don't know what y'all do, but one really interesting thing about the log splitter is I put on this lift here, which I tell you, even if you don't have a bad back, man, that's a wonder thing to have right there. It's just awesome. The guy that built it for me, I let him use it, or asked him, or he asked me, I don't know which, but he used it for about a week or 2 weeks, the log splitter, and he actually broke it, which I was happy he did, because then he fixed it right away. There was a problem, because this is the test model here. So we had to get the kinks out, and he was able to do it. And he's got a good strong back, young guy. He's in his early 30s, so for him that lifter, even for him, was awesome. He and his brother were going crazy splitting on it. But the other day, the boys and I split that in less than 20 minutes. And maybe I could split it faster by hand if I was stronger and I had a bunch of boys doing it, but I could. Welcome, Chile expat family. Today you get to watch me use my new wood splitter, and it's pretty cool. The hydraulic splitter. I really like the design, and here we go. I hope this is close to the final chapter on my wood splitter. Here it is. This arm here lifts the logs up onto the cradle. The knife splits going that way when you put a log in here, and splits coming this way you put a log in here. So when you push with the lever, it splits, and when you pull with the lever, it spits too. So as a result, you don't have that wasted energy to reset the hydraulic cylinder back and then push, back and then push. And I just thought that made more sense. Hydraulic tank here, little gas engine, Chinese make there. We ended up having to get a hydraulic pump from Northern Tool, United States. The hydraulic lines are all custom lines. They were made here. They were very expensive. I know you want to know what's very expensive. About $250 for all my lines, something like that. It runs pretty well. Got some issues here with the cylinder. We're going to have to move the whole cylinder out this way about 2 feet so that we can bolster the knife, because the knife is just doesn't have a lot of strength to it. It moves a little bit, but I like it. It works pretty well. We've already split one trailer load earlier today and emptied it, or yesterday and emptied it. And I got all this wood here, which is mostly trash. It's been waiting for a year to get split. So my little helper and I, Thomas, who is an awesome wood splitting dude, is going to help us get this wood split up. We're going to clean out the pig pen, so the pig pasture, and get this wood out of here, hopefully a good bit of it today. So I'm going to set you up over that way and you can watch us.